Our plans are 2 movies a night on weeknights, and then Saturday and Sunday doing matinees and school holidays. Our prices will be the lowest in the county. It'll be family theater, it's going to be first run movies.
We've pretty much cleaned everything from top to bottom, from the walls, the baseboard, everything in the lobby. The plastic, the wood, everything's been polished. The floor's been mopped several times. We scrubbed every single seat in here and upstairs. Carpets even got shampooed today. We're just about there. We're not too far from being ready to open.
Chad found it on the thing and I said, oh yeah, I know the old clay. I almost bought that a few years back.
We were ready to open our next location. We wanted something nostalgic. We wanted something out of the ordinary, and I found the clay.
And so John found it, Chad found it, I found it years ago. In 1998, I looked at the clay cinema about buying it. I had 5 other movie theaters at the time, and my marriage was on the rocks, and I decided not to do it. And then I guess Bill bought it, and he renovated it. So he did probably a better job renovating than I would have done. I would have probably cleaned it up, made it nice, but he put a lot extra into it that some people wouldn't have done.
It's beautiful. Mr. Goers had remodeled it in 2002. He done a beautiful job on it. There's not a thing that he didn't do that we would want to do. So basically all we got to do now, it's been closed for 4 years. We got some cleaning and stocking and getting ready to open.
TSI stands for Theatrical Selective Imagery. Now on the more humorous side of things between us personally, it stands for Three Stooges, Inc.
I bought the theater in Titusville, and it was Maxi Cinema, and on the wall of the projection room it had a picture of the Three Stooges. I still have it somewhere, and above it said TSI, Three Stooges Incorporated. So it's kind of a joke that's been ever since I had Maxi.
Charlie's the head of things, so he's Mo, and Larry, and of course I'm Curly. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, I went to the local theater where I grew up in Highland Springs, and it was Virginia. They were hiring at the time. They needed somebody in concession, and I got to work there. It was a Henrico Theater. I got to know the owners pretty well, and Mr. Horn was the owner. He asked me one day if I'd be interested in learning the projector. Of course, I said yes. You know, I was the big shot in town then, you know, so we were just a little small town. We had one screen. It was a theater very similar to this one. He taught me the projector, and I was infatuated and in love ever since.
My grandfather in 1913 was doing projections for 25 cents a day, and he was only 12 years old at that time. And by the time he was 17 years old, him and 6 other gentlemen started Local 293 in New Orleans. So he was the charter member of Local 293, the union. And we were kids. We stood on milk crates or whatever and ran projectors 8, 10 years old. And my dad serviced for Gulf State Theaters, and his eyes were bared, so we helped him. And by the time I was 15, I was servicing theaters myself and joined the union at 17. And I spent almost 30 years, 20-something years before I left the union.
Do you think maybe one day you'll be out in J.C. Penney's retirement community, living out there and running the theater there?
I don't know about living there, but we'd like to run the theater for real sure. But I kind of don't think I fit in a senior citizen. I'm old, but I've got the mind of a 25-year-old.
We'll do special showings. Like for Halloween, we want to do the all-night Halloween feature. We're also going to do special things for like daycare centers, senior citizens groups.
Let's say they want to watch Casablanca, then we will throw the old movies, the originals, the ones that they grew up watching and loving, and we'll play those movies as well.
We want to get a feel for the community, see what they're asking for. And you know, if we get enough people asking for some of the older classical movies or the art type movies, foreign films, stuff like that, I really think that's where the second screen upstairs is going to come in handy. We have twin screens here. There's a screen upstairs and a screen downstairs.
This was the balcony up here. This used to overlook the main theater, and it's been closed in, of course. We have a nice large stage up here. Unfortunately, it's more looks than it is for stability, practical use. Now, what we'd like to eventually do is we're going to reinforce the stage so it can get used. What our plans are as far as that goes, we'd like to eventually get to the point to where I'm sure you're familiar with the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh yes.
wonderful. It's been running since 1975. It's a great movie. We'd like to eventually get to where we're playing that and have it acted out live up on the stage.
On the side, we have a big parking lot, and what we're going to do is maybe once or twice a month do a outdoor theater on using the sidewall as a screen for the nostalgia part of it. And Charlie, my brother, is big into the bikes, and he wants to do a biker drive-in at least once or twice a month.
I've contacted some bikers that would love to see outdoor biker movies doing, and with Easy Rider playing on the side, and do a bike night here. It seems to have a good bike clientele.
Definitely have the popcorn, the candy, the cold drinks, the nachos. We'll add hot dogs, possibly add pizza if we can figure out how to get a pizza oven in here.
It's a great town. My favorite things is finding old theaters and restoring them and getting them operating. And
that was our biggest purpose in putting the theater back, is the fact that, you know, people have to drive so far to go to the pictures.
Yeah. It's going to be a family theater. It was originally a family theater, and it will return as one.
Okay. They're good.
All right, we're going to leave it like that.
All right.
Now.